lè fi lè ṣe Koikimedia live Facebook mẹ́ta ni mo ní. Ṣàkírù lélẹ́yìí, ọmọ ọlọ́jọ́ òbí happy birthday, ẹ̀yà àkọ́kọ́ comment kìkì. Àwọn èèyàn Ìgbòho lélẹ́yìí, àwọn ilé fẹ́ràn Ìgbòho bíi happy birthday. Ọmọ April ni ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi tó pọ̀. Mo láǹfààní àti rí ní the first time after 4 years nígbà tí mo wá sílé fún sọtẹ́ ìbámu tí mo sọ brọ́dà mi lélẹ̀ Ṣàkírù ọmọ ọlọ́jọ́ òbí. Tẹ́ bá lọ wo profile picture ẹ rí pé mi ló fi ṣe, èmi àti olóyè nìyẹn, èmi lélẹ̀ ìrọ̀ ńlọ ìjẹun wo profile picture yẹn. Àwọn ti fi ṣe onífẹ̀ẹ́ olóyè tó pọ̀ jù. So picture mi àti ẹlẹ́lẹ́ wọn ló fi ṣe profile. So I met him in July last year nígbà tí a lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa kábíyèsí aláàfin kábíyèsí ẹ̀mí ọ̀làógún ẹ bá kí olórí. It was a privilege to be part of the team tí wọ́n select pé ó máa tẹ̀lé olóyè dé ọ̀dọ̀ kábíyèsí. Kódà ó wà lára reason tí àwọn alájà Queen Sister Elaine Káyọ̀dé Mọ̀lá tí wọ́n ra ticket ní last year fún mi pé kí n wálé tó tó di pàlájà ṣaláìsí. So this award was given to me from the diaspora. Tàbí tẹ̀ fún mi láwọ̀ dé. Like it. Freedom. And down your show, right? So it's a beautiful one. So this is one of my lovely award. Wanda Coffee award, at least. LA, not to suffer many times. 2017, the Nigerian community in the UK, the family. So it's part of living in the diaspora. So I got this one in 2017 here in the UK. So the purpose of the award is my contribution to creative performing services. Yes. Creating performing services. So before, some of you that are just new, tẹ́kọ̀ bá yàn pàdé tẹ́ mọ̀ tíyàn ti ń ṣe bọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, kòsó olúkálukú ló ní ìtàn tiẹ̀ tó fẹ́ sọ. Ká tó mọ olóyè Ìgbòho, ká tó mọ Yorùbá nation, àwọn tó wà nínú Nigerian community, they've known me and they know me very well because I was participating within the Nigerian community for many years, and I'm still within the Nigerian community. Kò ṣe pé mo sá fún wọn, but n tí mo kàn gbé dání nígbà yẹn kó má contradict in táwọn ṣe, because as a Nigerian that lives abroad and I'm asking for Yoruba nation, some of them might not like it, while some of them like it. I know that because some of them we didn't have cordial relationship anymore. While some of them we still have, good relationship. So we're giving thanks that even after many years today, I am still, part of the Nigerian community, because according to the British, living here means you're a Nigerian. Britain doesn't know, or let me put it this way, since Yoruba nation is not yet a country, so the British government only recognize a Nigerian, or some of you that have, naturalized and become a British citizen. So, yes, you can, continue to campaign for the right to self-determination. does not mean that the British has recognized Yoruba people. I saw some people went to protest at the parliament yesterday. Whether it was yesterday or Saturday, but I saw the video on X. And what they have gone to protest is about the upcoming election in Nigeria, that they want free and fair election. So that is the beauty of living here. You can go and, we've done a lot of that before, like going to the parliament, you know, do rally, especially when Igbo was detained. So before you St. Jack Robinson, this is me when I was given this lovely award in 2017 for the contribution as an uncelebrated Nigerian in the UK. So it's amazing. So let's now start going into our program this morning. And I say good morning, TikTok. So I am live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. So it's a beautiful one to know that people are always also eager or wants to know what we want to talk about. Ẹlòmíì ó kàn fi wá gbọ́ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ sọ pé ṣe ṣe Yorùbá nation nǹkan kan tó ń fi wá béèrè nìyẹn all the time. Wọn ní nǹkan mi tọrọ pa máa sọ tọrọ Yorùbá nation nìkan làwọn máa sọ. Èmi tí mo ń gbé nílùú òyìnbó mo ní nǹkan mi tí mo fẹ́ sọ. Ṣé tíyàn bá ń taṣọ òní máa wá báwọn yẹn ṣe máa ra different design aṣọ tó bá ń ta bàtà òní máa wá báwọn yẹn ṣe fẹ́ ra different bàtà tó máa lọ Ọlọ́run foríjì ìyá mi nígbà táwọn ń ṣòwò. They travel all the time looking for different things, but people don't expect you to do any other things. Jọra ti gbé Yorùbá nation dání or expect me pé kí n ṣe nǹkan mi. They're serious. Bí ẹ̀yin employ mi síbi iṣẹ́, bí ẹ̀yin lè ń san salary mi. So mo kẹ́yìn yẹn ẹ káàárọ̀ káàbọ̀ sí ìkànnì wa. Kí ni ìdí tẹ́yìn náà ti sùn? Tẹ́ wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ ni? Tí ó dé èmi ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ báyìí. Èmi ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Because journalist lèmi. Kò sígbà tá a lè ṣe program. Because ilé iṣẹ́ wa is 24 hours. We can come online anytime, at any day. Because we always have something to say. So we are not different from Al Jazeera. I am not different from Sky News. Tiba lọ sórí Sky News nísìn. Oh, okay. Internet, YouTube ni mo fi ń wo àfi tí bá padà sẹ́yìn. So tiba lọ sórí Sky News, màá rí pé àwọn náà wọ́n bá ṣe lọ. So that is on that. All right, let's come back here. So Mukiwale and Kosi, good morning. Now, let's pick the topic as I have it. It's a new week, right? We all know that now. So everybody knows that we are now in a new week. Even though I will believe in the what is known as the is it Gregorian calendar? Because let's look at it. Gregorian calendar. Yeah. So according to AI overview, Taba sọ pé Gregorian Gregorian calendar is the world's most widely used solar civil calendar. It was introduced by the Pope Gregory in October 1582. If you don't like anything that has to do with dates, 1582. That's in the 15th century. So àwọn kan ló ń determine, how we are going to have our dates, and the way life is structured now. If you see the way life is structured, you know that people are controlling it. Whether you agree, whether you disagree. Anything on Instagram, I'm going to switch things around because my fellow phone may fish your life here. So I can use this one to do my Twitter. So I'm going to switch around. They might be not seeing me. Let's end this and bring you with this one. So learn Kosomokiwa. So the Gregorian calendar was put together by Pope Ugonisin in Angola, which is a mass land of Catholic. So the Pope is currently in Angola. So good morning once again, and welcome to Koikimedia Live. So the Gregorian calendar, it features a 365.2425 day a year with improved leap year rules, adding a day every 4 years, unless divided by 100 or not 400, making it highly accurate for maintaining consistent seasonal alignment. But Koshibu cannot believe in that Gregorian calendar. I think Ethiopian is not using such. I'll check now. I'm very sure that Ethiopia will use Gregorian calendar. So ibi tí wọ́n mọ̀ dé náà ni ọmọdé yẹn. Ibi tí wọ́n mọ̀ dé òun ló mọ̀. So ìyẹn ni ẹ ṣe máa ń wá ìmọ̀ tó bá jẹ́ prophet, wòlíì, àfà, babaláwo, student, kò ń ṣe student, ìyálọ́jà, o gbọ́dọ̀ máa continue láti wá ìmọ̀. Wà máa wá ìmọ̀ ní all the time. So that you can be good in what you do. So the purpose, it was designed to fix Julian calendar's error, which saw the vernal equinox drifting too far from March 21, creating problems with calculating Easter. According to what we know, the Gregorian calendar was adopted in 1582, just like the fraudulent amalgamation was put together in 1940. Amalgamation. You just have to keep explaining to our people. I think I should go back and use my Skype. What if you go? Because in your my phone says that you go to the channels. So let me So it brings me back to TVC Lele. So I know our life. They're running a program right now. Allo Chambers. So this TVC behind me. Honorable Billy Osawuru. Crude oil. Or crude oil also. I need crude oil. Yeah, and everybody is living as if we don't have crude oil. This is what this guy is talking about. So that is TVC. So let's go to Arise. See what they are talking about. So this is another program, News Night. I think I've watched this yesterday. It's just repeated. So this is what they're discussing. Why is that then? 1.8 million results have been released. So we are bringing more students into the market, but they don't have a job. 1.8 million released. So by the time those ones get to university, so they'll be doing younger, looking fresh, buying Boscona clothes. But when they finish university or polytechnic, they don't have a job. And they want to create a job, there's no enabling environment. That is Iluta Barawani. So all these now, you look at the millions of Nigerians that are going into the job market, but there's no job for them. But think that over Mokoko. So let's look at channels and see what they're talking about. Channels. So they're just repeating or probably focus. So this one are discussing Probably what they talked about yesterday. Focus on political leadership reform.
Politicians who actually have capacity to lead, that explains it. I mean,
Politician.
Had always been there. Yeah, it had always been there. Yeah, and it had the kind of background that the president had. It came from banking and all of that. You know, if you look at Dr. Hamza, it sounded to me.
Focus on political leadership reform. These channels.
So you find, because there are some who would always find the example, for instance, of
Donald Duke. I think I watched this yesterday already. So that is on that. Now you have an idea that media is an ongoing job, continuously. So good morning once again and welcome to the late night conversation with me, Koikimedia. My phone keeps saying my internet storage is full. Too many videos. Sometimes we don't want to delete those videos. I think I can remove them. So I've given you the background of the Gregorian calendar. I think Ethiopia is not using that. Let's look at what Ethiopia is using. Ethiopia, not Ethiopia Airline. Ethiopia calendar. The Ethiopian calendar is a solar calendar with 13 months. I want 12 months. I want 12 months. So Ethiopia is using 13-month calendar as against the 12-month calendar. That is why the world is a beautiful place that you continue to ask questions. Ethiopia is not using the same calendar like us. Calendar Tanwanlo is 13 months. So calendar Tanwanlo 13-month calendar. Okay, when you all like us, the cabo sorry, the shower. Bí ẹ ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, mo kí yín pé káàárọ̀ fẹ́yìn tí a jọ wà lórí ètò. So the Ethiopian calendar is a solar calendar with 13 months, 12 months of 30 days each, and 13 months of 5 or 6 days. It is 7 to 8 years behind the Gregorian calendar due to the alternative calculation of the Annunciation of Jesus. The new year begins on September. So Ethiopia doesn't have any January Happy New Year. Excuse me. Like coffee a bit tea. So Ethiopia doesn't have that. So the key aspect of the Ethiopian calendar, the key aspect of one way, I won't know the Gregorian calendar, Tawan look. But that's the beauty of the world that we are living today. Okay. Now I'll leave this phone because I can use it for my, access Latin one more on Twitter. So that's on that. Now, let's go back to the topic. Moki Babami Waris Jinodu. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, all indigenous have their lunar calendar. Báwa náà ṣe jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, ẹ ṣé gan ni dádì, ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n wa, mo kí gbogbo yín wa. Àwa Yorùbá náà a ní kàlẹ́ndà tiwa. Torí bí ọba Elédùmarè ṣe dá wa, ló yẹ ká máa lo structure yẹn. But we are not going through that. We are literally going against it. We are going against it. So Taba wo Ethiopia lane anything, according to what I said earlier. Ethiopia is 7 to 8 years behind. So what year in Ethiopia was listening? What year is Ethiopia? in ọdún wo làwọn wà. According to what we know, Ethiopia is currently in 2018 according to the Ethiopian calendar. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, yeah. 7 to 8 years according to Tosomba. So right. So Ethiopia is 7 to 8 years behind. Ethiopia is currently in 2018. They might wonder how. Because we follow Gregorian calendar táwọn òyìnbó ń lò tí Pope kan dá sílẹ̀ ní 15 kìlómítà nǹkan. The Gregorian calendar was put together by Pope Gregory ní October 1582 láti correct Julian calendar. Ṣáwa náà ní calendar tiwa ni. Báwo làwọn bàbá ńlá wa lọ ṣe mọ̀ pé oṣù báyìí lọ́jọ́ báyìí wọ́n máa tí bá gbójú sókè nísìn a máa wo stars. Àwọn òyìnbó kọ́ ló máa kọ́kọ́ sọ fún wa bí ìràwọ̀ ṣe rí lókè. Táwọn òyìnbó ló sọ fún wa bí àwọn bàbá ńlá wa ṣe ń lo ilé ayé. Ilé ayé tí gbogbo wa wà lé nísìn táwọn bàbá ńlá wa ti lò for thousands of years. Òyìnbó ló ṣe máa sọ fún wa pé nǹkan báyìí nǹkan báyìí nǹkan báyìí. So wọ́n ti gbé wa ní gógó for many years. And what we are doing now every day is to continue to highlight these issues. Àwa tá jẹ́ràn aládé ẹ wo bí tá wà lẹ́nu ẹ wo bí àṣẹ ń jẹ wá. Ṣẹ́ni tó tẹ̀ jẹun èmi ní sí mo jẹun sùn kí n tó lọ sùn lánàá nígbà tá a parí program mo jẹ rice omi ọbẹ̀ ẹran ẹyọ kan náà ni ẹyin mo dẹ̀ mu juice lé lórí mo dẹ̀ mu omi lé lórí mo wá lọ sùn. Mo ti sùn láti wọ́n náà pé aago 10 ni mo ti sùn. Ṣùgbọ́n tí mo jí bí an hour ago kò gbé dẹ̀ ṣe sùn yẹn tí mo ti jí yẹn ohun ò ní kún mi mọ́ ní ó dà ká tó jọba ara wa sọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀. But I want to be in my relaxation like this. I don't want to be in the main studio. Mo ṣe wá jókòó sórí couch so that I can feel relaxed. Because couch yàtọ̀ sí chair tá a fi ń ṣe program yẹn. Chair yẹn náà gbogbo bàdé nǹkan kan kò easy kí n jókòó 2 hours. But àbí báyìí nísìn mo lè relax tó bá wọn mo lè náà sẹ́mi báyìí. Because comfort zone mi ni mo wà. Báwo ni àwọn grandparents yín àti grandparents wa báwo ni wọ́n ṣe ń wo ọjọ́? Ta ló mọ bó ṣe ń wo ọjọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Ta ló mọ bó ṣe ń wo ọjọ́? According to how the Gregorian calendar came into, it was adopted in 1582 by Italy, Spain, France, and part of Europe. Tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ ẹ má bínú. Tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ Monday, orúkọ wo ló máa ń pè nìyẹn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok. Tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ Tuesday, orúkọ wo ni wọ́n máa ń pè nílẹ̀ Yorùbá? Tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ Wednesday, orúkọ wo ló ń pè? Tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ Thursday, orúkọ wo ló ń pè? Tó bá bíyàn ní ìjọ́ Friday, báwo ló ṣe ń address orúkọ? Kí ló dé tá a ṣe ń sọ pé ilé la fi ń sọmọ lórúkọ? Tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ Saturday, tó bá bíyàn níjọ́ Sunday, tó bá bíyàn ní January, kí ni wọ́n ṣe ń bíyàn nínú ilé kan tó máa ní ẹ pè ní Ọláyọmí? Kí ló dé tó ṣe ń bíyàn tó pè ní Jùmọ̀kẹ́? Kí ló dé tó ṣe ń bíyàn kò ń ṣorúkọ Islamic tí mò ń tolúkálukú wa ń jẹ́ Arab name nìyẹn o, torí èmi náà ní Islamic name tèmi. Orúkọ Àràbù nìyẹn kò ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú orúkọ Yorùbá. Nísìn la ṣe mọ̀ ìró àwa kan nísìn àti adopt orúkọ ilé wa, orúkọ ìran wa. Èèyàn mi pé kò má jẹ́ Nasiru, kò má jẹ́ Kabiru, kò má jẹ́ Mukaila. Arab neighbor nìyẹn, ìyẹn ń ṣe orúkọ Yorùbá. Ara gbogbo problem tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ for many years náà nìyẹn. Ọ̀dẹ, instead ẹ̀ ká pé wa ní Ifátómi, àsọpọ̀ àfẹ́ Ifátómi, àfẹ́ jẹ́ Musa Kalam. Orúkọ wo ló ń jẹ́ Musa Kalam? Níbo nìyẹn ti jáde? Àdúgbò wo ló ti jáde? Àwọn wo ló ń jẹ́ Musa? Ṣé ìran Yorùbá ló ń jẹ́ Musa? These are all the problems. Bíyàn bá kú nínú ilé kan, tó bá bímọ níbẹ̀, wọ́n mọ orúkọ tó gbọ́dọ̀ sọmọ tó bí yẹn. Wọ́n lè ní bí a grandparent wọn tó kú yẹn ló padà wá. Tó bá bí ìbejì, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá níbi tí wọ́n ti ń bí twins jù ní gbogbo àgbáyé, mo mọ orúkọ táwọn yẹn somewhere in Yorùbá land. Wọ́n níbẹ̀ yẹn ibẹ̀ lọ bí ní the whole of the world. Tó bá níbi tó ti ń bí ìbejì ní gbogbo ayé tá wà yìí, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. The concept of modernizing, politicizing, demonize is not to Yoruba. Igbo-Ora, ẹ̀ṣẹ́, a bá ń ṣe program báyìí náà tẹ́ bá ní information yẹn bá wa fi sílẹ̀. Wọ́n ní Igbo-Ora ní ẹ̀ṣẹ́ gan bàbá wa. Ẹ lọ sí Igbo-Ora, ṣé ká type ẹ̀ sórí Google nígbà tó ti fún wa náà ìdí orúkọ yẹn. Igbo-Ora, ẹ̀yin náà orúkọ yẹn bó ṣe sound. Igbo-Ora, Oyo State ló wà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa tó fún wa ní orúkọ yẹn. Igbo-Ora is a town in Oyo State, southwestern Nigeria. Ṣé rí ìtọ́yìnbó ṣe ẹ ń fojú ayé yìí wò nísìn àti gbé ká máa lo Nàìjíríà lọ ìwà táwọn ta ni gbogbo wa tá à ń lo Nàìjíríà lẹ́nu nísìn 100 years from now àwọn kan á tún máa lo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lọ, kò ní sí nǹkan kan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà torí Nàìjíríà máa parẹ́ kúrò lórí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Bóhun gbogbo wa ká agree, bóhun wa ká máa agree, Nàìjíríà máa parẹ́. Ara ètò yẹn náà làwa ń ṣe lọ báyìí là ń pariwo. Tẹ̀yìn bá ti sùn mo ní mi àmà jí yín. Igbo-Ora is a town in Oyo State. Wọ́n wá pè ní southwestern Nigeria. Kí ló ń jẹ́ southwestern Nigeria? Kí Igbo ní Nàìjíríà ti jáde náà? It was the fraudulent amalgamation in 1914. Tó bá jẹ́ pé kò sí Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n kọ́ ni Igbo-Ora is a town in Oyo State. Tó bá tẹ̀jẹ́ pa fẹ́ lu Ọ̀yọ́ in Oduduwa Republic or Yoruba Nation or Yoruba Kingdom, whatever name tàbá fẹ́ pè. Wọ́n á ní Oyo State in southwestern Nigeria. Gbogbo Nàìjíríà tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí kò tí pé 100 years. Tàbá tẹ̀ mọ́ lọ pé amalgamation 100 years kò tí pé 150 years. Because when you look at the 1914 amalgamation, tàbá padà lọ wò ẹ má bínú cause laptop yẹn mo stream lórí ẹ̀ náà. So 1914 amalgamation of Nigeria. O gbọ́ rí so látijọ́ tí wọ́n ti dàgbà because tó bá ti wà lórí social media that means you're 18 o ti dọkùnrin o ti dọbìnrin. Mo fẹ́ máa sọ health yẹn ìyẹn mọ kí èèyàn fi ń sọ pọ́kùnrin nìyẹn tó bá bọ́bìnrin sùn nísìn probability pé wà fún lóyún. Àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ amalgamation olóhùn mọ́ problem tiẹ̀ nìyẹn kò ń ṣe problem tèmi. Bọ́ tó bá kí obìnrin mọ́lẹ̀ nísìn wà fún lóyún torí àtọ̀ ti wà lára ẹ̀ ó ń ṣọmọ kékeré. Ó wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ó lọ bèèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn parent tó ń pè Nàìjíríà. Ó ń sọ Nàìjíríà torí APC torí PDP. Àwọn yẹn politics ni àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìpa ìran wa. On January 1st, 1914, British colonial governor General Sir Frederick Lugard amalgamated the Northern Nigerian Protectorate and the colony and the Protectorate of Southern Nigeria. Southern Nigeria ni ilẹ̀ Yorùbá to form a single colony and a protectorate tó fi ń pè ní Nigeria. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà lé ní nísìn 1914. Àwọn ẹ̀yà wo ló ń gbé níbẹ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n ṣe 1914 amalgamation. Tó yẹ káwa náà ní kàlẹ́ndà títọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. Niger Latin Greek root word Nigeria. gbogbo ẹ̀ ti Nàìjíríà. Ká tó padà sórí tọ́pìkì tá a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, àmọ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni a lè wà níbà tí ilẹ̀ máa fi mọ́ agbára mi bá ṣe gbé ni. Mo ní happy new week, ibẹ̀ láti kọ́kọ́ mú ètò yẹn, but ṣé wíìkì tí wọ́n sọ yẹn ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe rí ní Ethiopia àti mọ̀ nísìnyí pé lámbà ni, because Ethiopia wà ní 2018 bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. 2018, so Ethiopia is 8 years behind. Àwọn ìbò ló ń sọ fún apá wa ní 2026, Ethiopia ò believe pa wọn wà ní 2026. Àti kọ́kọ́ mú yẹn, a wá lọ sí Igbo-Ora lára bí ta ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ibi tí ìbejì pọ̀ sí lágbàáyé. Igbo-Ora is recognized as the twin capital of the world. O gbọ́rí, ẹ gbọ́rí àbí? Ìyàtọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ yìí nìyẹn. Àwa máa fún yín ní information tó máa mú lọ sí beer parlour tó bá ti ń jẹ pepper soup pẹ̀lú ìgbín, àbí tó ń jẹ orí ègúnfe àbẹ́jà ọ̀rọ̀. Wàá lè ní information tó fi máa fi back pé Koiki ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀, kò dẹ̀ ń parọ́. Igbo-Ora tí wọ́n ń wò yẹn tí kò jọ wá lójú, ó dẹ̀ jọ wá kan lójú. Igbo-Ora is the twin capital of the world. Ibi tí wọ́n ti bí ìbejì tó pọ̀ sí jù ní gbogbo àgbáyé, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló wà. Kí ló wá dé tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yẹn ò ṣe lọ sókè? Kí ló dé tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá náà kò ṣe máa lo in táwọn baba ńlá wa fi mọ̀nà tó bá gbéra níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn? I'm talking about thousands of years ago. Tó fi gbéra láti ìlú kan lọ sí ìlú kan, báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé ọ̀nà báyìí la máa gbà débẹ̀? Ṣé òyìnbó ló sọ fún wọn? Mo kí ìyàwó comfort ológun jẹ́ káàrọ̀ grandma ẹ̀ṣẹ̀gbẹ̀nẹ̀ kó àdúró tì. Akọ̀tún ní ká tún ṣe iṣẹ́ tá a mọ̀ náà ni. Èmi náà ti sùn. Lóòótọ́ ó yẹ kí èèyàn ṣe máa sùn náà nítorí wọ́n níyàn ní 8 hours in a day. Èèyàn bá ti sùn nílùú òyìnbó, tó bá rí 8 hours sùn, a máa dúpẹ́ ní o láì lógun wọn. Ti sùn láti 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 5 hours. Ara program tá a fi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí life abroad. Ìjà tẹ̀ ń rí 8 hours sùn àwa táwa nílùú òyìnbó. Ìjẹ́ gbogbo wa ń rí 8 hours sùn. Bóyá àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá rí 8 hours yẹn sùn kó máa dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run. Mo kí bàbá wa Olú SNA lórí TikTok. Ẹ káàárọ̀ sà, good morning. A kó ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun. Mo kí wa o. Àníṣe lásán. According to Igbo-Ora, is a town in Oyo State, southwestern Nigeria, recognized as the twin capital of the world due to an exceptionally high rate of twins birth, with roughly 50 sets of twins per 1,000 births. Nínú ọmọ 1,000 tó bá bí ní Igbo-Ora, 50 of them are twins. Kò síbi kankan lágbàáyé tó tó nínú that kind of. It is located near Lagos State. This Yoruba community features a high concentration of twins across all age groups, often attributed by locals to their deity or to their diet. Specifically issue at the okra leaf soup, and by researchers to potential genetic factors. This is the reason why people like us can never stop talking. Amoludun Eshegoni Ekarosa Mukeyin Tebati Darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Shoneye says they made us think of 8 hours. Okay, Eshegoni. Ẹgbọ́n kan táwọn sọ pé kò ń ṣe dandan kó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé 8 hours ló gbọ́dọ̀ sùn. So what the West or the world has given us is we must think in the direction of their own ways. It's good sometimes, but our náà ní our own ways of living. Táwọn bàbá ńlá wa kì í gbé tó fi dàgbà tó dògbò tó tíyàn bá rí àwọn bàbá yẹn gbé láì tó gbé níjọ́ náà lọ. Ẹ̀wọ̀n nísìn oríṣiríṣi àìsàn oríṣiríṣi kánsà kìíní kan àìsàn kọ̀ọ̀sùn lọ páàkiri oúnjẹ tá à ń jẹ ti wà too much of acidic. Àwọn bàbá yẹn wọ́n mọ oúnjẹ tó máa jẹ tó máa bírèkì àwọn nǹkan míì particles míì lára. Àwọn tó bá jẹ́ nutritionist wọ́n máa mọ tí mò ń sọ. Àwọn ọmọ àwọn ìtọ́ máa lò tí àwọn nǹkan míì máa dissolve kúrò lára wọn. Bọ̀ lẹ́ni nísìn àkànjẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ jẹ kéèkì jẹ this jẹ that gbogbo kìíní yẹn òun máa kàn nísìn ó ní ọkàn fi balẹ̀ iṣẹ́ òun jẹ́ òun ti ń ṣe búrẹ́dì fún 20 years èèyàn kan jáde ó ní búrẹ́dì tó ń rà after 2 weeks kò expire. Báwo ni búrẹ́dì ò ṣe ní bu after 2 weeks? Kí nìkan tó fi sínú búrẹ́dì náà tó fi rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Ìyá kan ti jáde nísìn ó ní iléeṣẹ́ òun ìyẹn ọ̀dẹ̀ níyàn ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣó orúkọ náà kò dárúkọ ẹ̀. Now mo wo fídíò kan lọ́dọ̀ àwọn business day ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo bí àwọn ọmọdé mú fídíò yẹn wá. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ra ṣe ra àwọn powdered milk tó ń dì sínú plastic bag. Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kẹ́ jẹ poison. Mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa diaspora náà. So bí tí mo fi fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ mo bá fídíò yìí kọ́ pàdé nísìn àwọn kọ́pù yìí mo kọ̀ rí náà nísinsìnyí ni o. A Nigerian ó ti gbé sálọ ṣá ó ti refresh ó kó ṣì wà bẹ́ẹ̀. A Nigerian oh my God Twitter mi ó mess around láàárọ̀ yìí fóònù yìí ti wà ó ti full up ó dẹ̀ ti gbé kíní yẹn lọ ṣá. Anyway ká fi yẹn sílẹ̀ but ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ sórí business day and business day. Mo wo nǹkan kan lọ́dọ̀ wọn wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa òun lélẹ̀ mo ti rí wọn wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa fóònù yìí ó mẹ́sàn gan ní òru yìí kò fẹ́ kárí kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ó ti full up ni. Alright ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá báyìí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí wọ́n ṣe ń rí pàkéjì cornflakes powdered milk bonfita wọ́n yọ kúrò nínú pákéjì yẹn gangan wọ́n wá ń rọ́ sínú àgbélẹ̀rọ ó dàbí kíyàn máa rọ bọ̀ torí èmi máa ń láìkí nǹkan wọ̀nyàn pẹ́nipẹ́ni lọ́wọ́ mẹ́ ó wá dàbí pé kíyàn máa ra powdered milk tọrọ sínú plastic bag kò sí expiry date níbẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ra yẹn báwo lẹ ṣe mọjọ́ tó máa expire? Ọmọ mẹ́wàá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ìlú tó ní medical treatment ẹ̀ tún wá ń dákún problem tó wà ní ara yín. Mo ń bọ̀ mo fẹ́ òbí ẹ̀ máa mú fídíò yẹn jáde láti bíbá. Àwọn ọ̀nìyẹ máa sọ tiwa and that is the job of the government. Government is meant to tackle people like that but government gan gbójú kúrò business these days ni wọ́n jẹ́. Ibẹ̀ ni mo ti rí report yẹn okay I think àwọn lélẹ̀ mo kẹ́yìn wa mo ń bọ̀ mo bí a kì í gbé the second laptop ní súnmọ́ bíbá yẹn but ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ láti bíbá ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí kò bá tẹ̀ dákẹ́ rí ni it will be the best. Fóònù tó kàn mess up láàárọ̀ yìí kò fẹ́ fún mi ní access láti ṣe tí mo fẹ́ ṣe cut off. Okay ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ láti bíbá mo kẹ́yìn yan alẹ́ǹkan ṣe káàárọ̀ káàbọ̀ sí iléeṣẹ́ wa Koikimedia ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀ ní bíbá.
Items, millions of Nigerians are feeding on nearly expired and expired food, but many are on.
Millions of Nigerians are feeding on expired food oúnjẹ tó ti expire lẹ́ ń jẹ. Millions of Nigeria ewé legbò, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni egbò lewé, bọ̀tọ́ sọ fún wa pé ká má lo egbò, ká má lo ewé o, but àwọn big pharmaceutical company, even gan Prince Charles nígbà tí wọ́n ní cancer, wọ́n ní kò ní lo bí àwọn herbal remedy ló ṣàmà lò ṣá. Tẹ́ bá lọ sórí Business Day NG lórí X, mo kí bàbá mi Salami Wálé ẹ káàárọ̀ sà, ẹni good evening, ó ṣeéṣe bíi tẹ́yìn wà ní good evening, àárọ̀ làwa wà ní ìdájí 4:15. Mo kí gbogbo yín tẹ́ wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́, ẹ̀yin ìyàwó tí ẹ ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ń ṣe night shift 12 hours lórí hospital floor kò easy. Àwọn tó wà nínú ẹ wà hard working náà, ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó ń sọ ẹnà pé lè mo fi ṣe program ní cost of living, ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tó ń sọ lórí Arise lórí channel.
That I feel we need to address is how do we monitor some of these policies that we're actually talking about? If you look at the revenue that is actually being shared from 2023 after the removal of subsidy, we no longer talk about
Olúṣẹ̀san Okunade ló ń sọ̀rọ̀, is a chartered accountant. Okay. High on rising cost of living. I'm keeping up with your program.
Which is the federal government. And I ask myself, even if you look at the political space, a lot of governors will tell you that having funds is not their problem because they now have enough. But how are you putting to use? It's to speak to domesticating some of the things, because when you have more resources as subnational, how are you making provision for the people underneath you to benefit from those things that are coming?
Your governors have enough. Mo kí bàbá mi David Adegoke, mo kí ẹ̀ǹtẹ̀ wà lórí night shift, mo kí àwọn àtàtì palẹ̀mọ́ náà, ẹlòmínà tí ń dìde lórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì báyìí láti fi lọ́ọ́ fi ṣe. Mo kí bàbá wa Stephen Idowu ẹ̀ka ọ̀sán. Ìpín kan tá à ń sọ ẹ̀wọ̀n kan sọ pé orí channels mo tẹ̀lé tó sọ̀rọ̀ nípa cost of living, òun náà lọ sí sọ nígbà.
Governors should take on to domesticate microeconomic issues from that matter. Do you see that happening? Do you see a situation where the government are saying, okay, this is
Governor.
and the federal government is doing this continuously. Let us also do this so that
People can
I'll
figure.
tell you as an individual, I see the gap. Because if that gap is not there, the people should complain less with the revenue that is actually coming to the state government. And I'll speak to it. The revenue being generated by the state government, either from farm allocation or the IGR, are they having direct impact on the citizen with prioritizing the basic things that are needed?
Is that not what we are discussing now? The politicians don't care about you. They don't care. And we cannot hold them accountable. Yes, I feel more President Tinubu, but if you come on governors in your governors should be held accountable. Ejeka parasori expiry food enje. Most of you in Nigeria, expiry product enje. You gotta be very careful. I know poverty, but you gotta be careful because to be sick, ní rí ìtọ́jú tó dàbí àwa tá wà ń lo òyìnbó. Àwa tá wà ń lo òyìnbó náà àti san tax, àbáwọn kan san tax ni wọ́n fi ń tọ́jú wa. And even the medical system here is not as 20 years ago. Ó kàn ṣì ń bọ̀ wá láṣìírí díẹ̀díẹ̀ ni. The medical system tó fi ń tọ́jú wa ní UK, NHS ti wà overwhelmed. Wàhálà tó wà lórí NHS gan, ìjọba ìlú ìgan kò lè gbé mọ́. It is overwhelmed. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ business day kagbọ́n tó ń sọ nípa expiry food. The topic on it, ẹ bá lọ sórí page wọn, kódà òun ló ṣì wà lókè. and he says, and I quote, Kato play video here. Investigation revealed that repackaging or repackaged expired products dominate Nigeria by 34 trillion naira food market. Big business in you. Is a big business in Nigeria today. Kò ń ṣe lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nìkan, gbogbo Nigeria kọ́ repackage oúnjẹ. Àmọ́ how can you repackage Bonfita? Báwo la ṣe fi mọ expiry date? Lóòótọ́ gbogbo àwọn kìíní kan wọ́n ti ń tà wọ́n náà ní cheap. Wọ́n máa tà nínú 100 naira, small sachet. I saw that when I went to Nigeria this year. Food items meant to be sold in a seal pack are now being scooped from bucket and sack in many Lagos markets. Lagos, A Business Day investigation found that some of these products originate from expired, near expired, or rejected factory stocks, stripped of their labels and resold cheaply to consumers. This billion naira underground trade continued to thrive across Nigerian market, raising concerns about food safety and public health. Ìlú tó ní good health care. We are adding more to the problem. So let's just listen briefly and then we'll come back. Once again, good morning. Mo kí yín MT ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun. Happy New Week. Aago mẹ́rin ó kọjá 20 minutes láti London níbi tí a ti mú ètò ìwà fún wa.
Across Lagos markets, branded food items are stripped of their packaging and sold in sacks, buckets, and nylon bags. Investigations by Business Day show many come from expired, near expiry, or rejected factory stock.
Conflicts lele nísìn. Ó dàbí kí n wọnú store ní bíbáyìí. Mo wá fẹ́ ra conflicts. Ó wá dì sínú nylon bag, plastic bag. Kò wá sí date lára ẹ̀. So that is on that. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ Igbo-Ora tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tí a gbọ́, Igbo-Ora is a town and the headquarters of Ibarapa Central ní Oyo State, southwest of Nigeria, 80 kilometers, 50 miles north of Lagos. Wọ́n níbẹ̀ ní gbogbo àgbáyé títí dàárọ̀ yìí tó ti ń bí ìbejì. Kọ́lọ́mbà wà pẹ̀lú gbọ̀n tó wà ní ibẹ̀. Akẹ́wọ̀n kábíyèsí àtàwọn ọba. Now, ká padà torí time. How many years? Tó bá máa fi di 4:30 so that kí mi náà kọ́ lè relax kí n lè gbọ́ nǹkan mi. Our end program yìí àti ṣe 1 hour. Now, mo fẹ́ wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Happy New Week. Quest to freedom kò dìgbà tí a bá dá dúró bí independent country la fi ń sọ pé a fẹ́ freedom. Ara freedom ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ lórí channels yìí, cost of living. Ara freedom náà ni pé kémi náà fi nǹkan kí n fi sọ fún yín pé báyìí ló ṣe rí. Bàbá mi wà rízi ní this Nigeria is a Latin word, was before coined by Lord Lugard àti Flora Shaw. Ọ̀bí tó bá di 5 bí a kì í push at the 5 o'clock. I'll see how it goes. Life living abroad. Ìgbé ayé táwa ń gbé ní abroad ó yàtọ̀ sí tẹ́yìn ń gbé ní Nàìjíríà. There is 2 different worlds. Because if you're living abroad, there are many responsibilities. Mo ń sọ lánàá ká tó parí program. Mo ní Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kíyàn wà ní the wrong place at the wrong time. Nígbà tí a parí live shoot àná, mo jókòó síbí báyìí. Mo ṣáà as usual watching kìsìn kan méjì táwọn àṣẹ náà ká wo news àfi bí a ti bá kọ̀ fi wo kan míì tí kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú news ká dẹ̀ ní bá rí pé ní London lánàá àwọn kan tó lọ sí club bí àtòrí ọkùnrin ni I don't know, àwọn méjì obìnrin yẹn wọ́n wá jà wá síta, ìjà yẹn wá di ìjà gbòòrò. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ mú fídíò yẹn wá. Mẹ́wàá ṣẹlẹ̀ about Sky News. I think sorry, Sky News, because so what eventually happened, some of you, I think I reposted the video on my timeline, but it's still graphics, because eventually woman kan fi mọ́tò ó fi ṣe jàmbá. America yẹn mo rí news kan nísìnyí náà, Sky News, 10 hours ago, 8 children were killed in a shooting in Louisiana. Nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ lágbàáyé. 8 children were killed in a shooting in Louisiana, according to police, 10 hours ago. 8 children have been killed in a mass shooting in Louisiana, police say. Local police say they were killed in a domestic disturbance. The gunman was shot dead after a car chase with a police officer. Ṣé rí pé family àwọn yẹn nísìn wíìkì yìí ń ṣe wíìkì tó máa dá fún wọn. Níbi tí ẹ̀yin náà ti ń sọ pé ìyà ń jẹ wá, ebi ń pa wá, family kan go through pain nísìn. Mo ṣe rí news yẹn ni o, ẹja gbọ́ tí Sky News ṣe sọ. Èmi ṣe rí nísìn ni.
We've got some breaking news coming out of the United States. We're hearing that 8 children between the ages of 1 and 14 have been killed after a mass shooting in Louisiana. Authorities have described the shooting as a domestic disturbance, and some of the children...
Domestic disturbance. A shaken by our Clef Wallex. From 1 year old to 14 years old. Lano. And on 19th of April. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn America lọ́wọ́, American citizen, American passport, but wèrè kankan gbé ìbọn àfi pa wọ́n dànù. Ti gbàgbé bá wọn wá sáyé. Ṣe rí pé life abroad. Àwọn tó ní scoin, àwọn tó ní mental problem lágbàáyé abroad lọ́wọ́. Kò ń ṣe pé kò sí Nàìjíríà o. Tó bá ń gbọ́ àwọn tó ní sky tó ní mental problem, tó yẹ pé many things has gone wrong in their lives. Can you imagine? 8 children. Irú kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn family àwọn yẹn? Ṣẹ̀rí ní sìn pé tó ń ṣẹ̀yìn Nàìjíríà ó yàtọ̀ sí tó ń ṣáwá abroad. Ṣé mọ̀ pé lè yóò sí lára news ta kọfí? Ẹ ṣe gan ni King Damako wọ́n ní wọ́n nílé tí wà pathetic Koiki. Clef Wallex ni this is horrific. David Adekoke ni this is terrible. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó ń ṣàwá Nàìjíríà ni pé politician kówó jẹ, but èmi wá ṣì wà lóòótọ́ ẹ̀mí wá yẹn gan ti fẹ́ jábọ́, but a ṣì wà láyé. Mẹ́wàá ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé, Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká wà at the wrong place at the wrong time. Ìyẹn mo ṣe máa ń sọ ọ́n ẹni tó ń ṣàdúrà Kristẹni fi sílẹ̀, ẹni tó ń pe Ọlọ́run ní bó ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀, ẹ yé jàjẹ́ ìsìn lórí social media. Àwa táwa ẹlòmíà mi wà lábroad, àwọn Christian fi Christian sílẹ̀, Christian kò ní problem ẹ̀. Àwọn psycho pọ̀. Nígbà tí mo dé ìlú ní 1998 ni màmá mi ti sọ fún mi kọ́lọ́ bá fọwọ́n kẹ́ màmá mi pé àwọn oríṣiríṣi èèyàn ló wà nílùú yìí o, kò ṣe gbogbo èèyàn tó ń rìn lójú títì ló nọ́mà. Ẹ fi ẹ̀sìn ẹlẹ́sìn sílẹ̀, aláwọ̀ wá sọ pé mo kì í ṣe Muslim, àbí kò sọ pé mo kì í ṣe Christian, àbí kò wá sọ pé màá fi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi sílẹ̀, so kí n lè bá satisfy. Leave religion alone. Let's deal with the main issue. Kí ló dé tí ìyà ń jẹ Yorùbá? 8 children were killed. Do you know the meaning of killed? Wọ́n ti pa wọ́n ti lọ. Èmi tẹ̀ ń dúpẹ́ pé ìyá mi dàgbà díẹ̀, 77. Èmi dẹ̀ ni mo sin ìyá mi. Àwọn ilé ló ń sin àwọn ọmọ wọn nísìn. There should be freedom of worship. but àwọn Fúlàní ò fi jẹ́ ká ní freedom of worship la ṣe ń sọ pé a lè wà nù Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú àwọn psycho because ṣe àwọn mùsùlùmí Fúlàní tó ń pààyàn yẹn wọ́n yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó ń yìnbọn pààyàn l'Amẹ́ríkà báyìí. Àwọn Fúlàní tó ń pààyàn káàkiri yẹn ní Nàìjíríà tó ń pààyàn yẹn wọ́n yàtọ̀ sí just the same thing tá à ń sọ yìí because wọ́n lè pa ọmọ kékeré wọ́n lè pa àgbàlagbà wọ́n á gbára ń sọ wọ́n á tún pààyàn. Ìjọ la máa wà láàárín gbogbo àwọn jágbàjàgbà yìí. Bàbá mi clear for Alex ni this religious madness got to stop in Yoruba land. Yes, you know, you can highlight issues that we are not Arabs, you know, but ìyẹn kọ́ ló yẹ kó jẹ́ but ẹ̀jẹ̀ àgbọ̀lẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ sí ká tó tẹ̀síwájú.
We've got some breaking news coming out of the United States. We're hearing that 8 children.
Do you know what it means that 8 children were killed pẹ̀lú ìbọn ní Amẹ́ríkà ní state kan tó ń pè ní Louisiana? Kò ń ṣe Nàìjíríà lè ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o. That is life abroad. Àní pẹ́ mo ní gbà yín lásìkò kò pọ̀. A lè má dé 5 gan sẹ́ bó mo fẹ́ lọ mú nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní London táwọn obìnrin méjì tó jáde bíi pé ìkànṣẹ́ wa wọnú mọ́tò ẹ̀ ó ṣe wá fi mọ́tò lọ gbá ìkan náà obìnrin yẹn ó wá fi mọ́tò gbá obìnrin yẹn tó bá tẹ̀jẹ́ pọ́ ọmọ tọ́jọ́ ń bára wọn jà ló gbá ni bàbá oníbàbá tó ń rọra ń bá tiẹ̀ lọ bí ó náà lọ ṣe fàájì ni bí ó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ni ó fẹ́ gbé skútẹ̀ àbí kankan lọ́nà fẹ́ gbé wọ́n fi mọ́tò náà crush ẹ̀ nìyẹn ìyẹn ti ní life changing situation báyìí. Ìyẹn mo ṣe sọ pé Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ ká wà níbi tí the wrong place at the wrong time. Bàbá mi clear for Alex ní Chief Sunday Igboho should be supported by the entire Yoruba state to secure the land. Àwọn kan fẹ́ wọ́n ní kí ló ti dé fìlà APC inú bí wọn. Ẹja kọ́kọ́ gbẹ́lẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkan sí ká tó tẹ̀síwájú.
Between the ages of 1 and 14 have been killed after a mass shooting in Louisiana. Authorities have described the shooting as a domestic disturbance, and some of the children were related to the suspected shooter who was shot dead by police during a car chase. Officers say they are still gathering details.
Àwọn yẹn ti gbàgbé pé àwọn aṣáájú ọmọ ọdún kan tó bá ní problem nínú ṣẹ́rí abroad it is one of the biggest challenges you can think of when it comes to living abroad. It can test you anyhow. Ó wá kò sí wọ́n tó bá ṣe fi lè manage. So ká tẹ̀síwájú ibi tí mo fẹ́ lò kàn nìyẹn lálẹ́ story àwọn tí wọ́n pa tó lọ kọlu èèyàn ní Aga Street ní London lánàá òun ni mo fẹ́ mú jáde. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí Ọlọ́run bá Elédùmarè a máa fi ìṣọ́ àtàbọ̀ ẹ̀ a máa fi ṣọ́ wa òun lélẹ́yìí story yẹn lélẹ́yìí mo ti rí ẹ̀jẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ pọ̀sẹ̀. So according to what I watch, I've seen the video. It's very, very terrifying. Ẹ ti bára yín jà, ẹ ti yára yín láṣọ, ẹ ti fara yín olùkàlùkù dẹ̀ máa lọ. Ó ṣe wá wọnú mọ́tò. Nígbà tó wá wọnú mọ́tò ó wá gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé pedal accelerator ó wá crush èèyàn mọ́ ara ògiri. Bàbá mi clear for Alex ní Yoruba freedom and emancipation is urgent for preservation of our heritage. Now, breaking 15 hours ago, a woman has been arrested on suspicion of attempted murder after a car hit pedestrian on Aga Street in central London. Anolele ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ life living abroad. Ìròyìn tó bá fiṣẹ́ lọ nísìn tó ń bọ̀ lóru táwọn èèyàn bára wọn jà téèyàn kan tẹ gáàsì ẹ̀dá gbọ́n tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
Going to start this hour with some breaking news. 3 people have been injured. 1 man with life-changing injuries.
When they say somebody has now got a life-changing, bóyá ó ń fẹsẹ̀ ara ẹ̀rìn tẹ́lẹ̀ látara àwọn wèrè méjì tó ń bára wọn jà, wọ́n ti fi tiẹ̀ kó ba nísìn. Life-changing mean in tó ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ fún rẹ̀, bí ó ń wọṣọ tẹ́lẹ̀ fún rẹ̀ ni, life-changing means that it will never be the same anymore. That is part of the situation that many people are facing. Taban sort of life living abroad. This happened in London yesterday when 2 women were fighting. I don't know the purpose of why they are fighting. Maybe because of a man, maybe they had issues. They fought all the way out. And while they were fighting, one of them got into a car, accelerated the car, crushed 3 pedestrians. Let's listen again as we're almost winding down, and we'll talk about the Nigerian election, and then we'll close the broadcast.
Going to start this hour with some breaking news. 3 people have been injured. 1 man with life-changing injuries, as it happens, after an incident involving a vehicle on Argyle Street in Westminster, London, in the early hours of this morning. A 29-year-old woman, the driver of a car, was arrested at the scene on suspicion of attempted murder, GBH, dangerous driving, and drink driving. She's been taken into custody.
Esemeta, GBH, attempt murder, drink driving. There's no way she's not going to go down for it. Let's leave that because of my time. The last part of the discussion is Nigeria election. What next after 2027? That's the the first election that President Tinubu is going through. What next after 2031? We can speculate, we can discuss, we can analyze. Nobody can give exact what is going to happen. Mokibabami Olawale Stephen. So I'm going to read the article I picked from Kayode Emola, and from that article we will then close the broadcast this early hours of the morning, and I wish you happy new week. As you go into the new week, may the Lord continue to be with us, protect us, guide us, be with us, and give us everything that we are all trying to get in life. Mosheri message in it. That's why I always try to go to the other part so that I can see the comment there. Baba mi Olujide Olugbenga Oni, who was even the person that amalgamated the southern and the northern protectorate, for God's sake? Maybe we should read that part before we read that article. I was talking about the amalgamation earlier. So the key aspect of the amalgamation, the purpose, kí ni ìdí, torí ọmọ Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ máa béèrè pé kí ni ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe kó wá papọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní àti Igbo àtàwọn ẹ̀yà tó kù. The key aspect of the amalgamation, the purpose of that amalgamation, the merge was preliminary for economic reasons and to create a unified administration over diverse cultural and linguistic groups. Ẹ̀kọ́ Igbo tó mọ Yorùbá, ẹ̀kọ́ Fúlàní tó mọ Hausa, ẹ̀wà jọ gbogbo ẹ̀ papọ̀. Àwa ń pè Nàìjíríà, àwa gbogbo wa ń wá a better election in 2027. Àbí Ọlọ́run fún wa ṣe. The actor Lord Frederick Lugard spearheaded the consolidation, serving as the first Governor General of the unified entity. Economic strategy. The British sought to subsidize the cost of administrating the poorer northern region by utilizing the richer part of Yoruba land and the south for trade-driven administrative structure. While unified legally, the north and the south continue to be treated as distinct regional administrations, adopting indirect rule to maintain control. Last impact. This forced union of diverse groups, including the Hausa Fulani, Yoruba, and Igbo created lasting challenges that we are still facing today, because some are not going to vote for Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man, while some does not want Tinubu back because it's not because of anything, it's because he's a Yoruba man. All this they fight with, everybody they fight, is because Tinubu is a Yoruba man, they don't want him. While some of us don't trust another power going to the north. So how do we manage that country? Obi got nothing to offer. He's only desperate to be called president. So wake up, indigenous people. Elections won't save Nigeria. Clef Wolex. You've had it there. From 1914, whatever they are planning to do is still the same problem we are facing today. So that is on that. So more the question here has been answered. Babami Olujide Tony, who was even the person that amalgamated this fraudulent country called Nigeria. Now, let's go to the article from Kayode Mola, and then I'm going to close. Election is now in full force. Campaign is out there. This week, Lagos will tell us who's going to be their governorship candidate, whether Akinwumi Ambode is coming back, whether the deputy governor to Sanwo-Olu, Amzat will be the one, Kamalu. Nobody is hearing anything about Sheyi Tinubu becoming the governor for now. Maybe they'll prepare Sheyi Tinubu for the next, dispensation after this. So we don't know whether it's Ambode that is coming. Remember, Ambode was kicked out for Sanwo-Olu to come in. Now there are messages, rumors that Ambode might be coming back, or there might be Amzat, the current deputy governor. So this whole week and whole month is all about perfecting who becomes their governors, perfecting who becomes their their representatives. Now let's read this before we end the broadcast, and I think I can read it from here instead of straining my eyes going there. So this was put together by Kayode Mola, Ode Bawati Ashi Yoruba Nation. Ordinary Mobile to be one be T Mafia Banfis in the comment section. Later, we will end the broadcast and we can all go back to bed. According to Clef Wolex, what is the nonsense about? Why keeping the fake and fraudulent contractions? Singapore got out of Malaysia, Pakistan got out from India. Why not Biafra go, other goes, and everybody has, All right, let's read from here. By Kayode Mola, the topic is Nigeria political climate and the Yoruba struggle. Nigeria political climate and the Yoruba struggle. 19th of April 2026 by Kayode Mola. Kayode Mola is the deputy to Babakitoye from the YSDM, the Yoruba Nation campaigners. There is no doubt that politicians of various political coloration and ethnicity are beginning to prepare for the general election of 2027. Many governors who have served one term are no doubt seeking the opportunity to return for the second mandate, whether their first tenure was shambles or not. The President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also in no doubt seeking a second term in office, whether the people want him or not. With various sections of the country already queuing up behind him or against him, the opposition is also trying all they can to oustate the president, citing broken promises like the uninterrupted power supply that has failed to materialize. Whether Nigeria will remain one country in 2027 remains to be seen, with several ethnic nationalities, regions, stakeholders pushing to be the dominant power holder in 2027. The president, who is enjoying the power of incumbency, will do everything within his reach to retain power at all costs. Likewise, the opposition, who is trying to oust the president from that lofty seat, will use every trick in the book to push him out of office. Whether their trick will be enough to unseat the Jagaban remains to be seen. The opposition has vowed to undertake their own live transmission of election result for the whole world to see. How this will be achieved in the face of multiple challenges in Nigeria beats my imagination. For someone like me, Inyekao Demola, that was involved in what I'm about to read now, I previously worked as an INEC presiding officer in 2011. So he works in the INEC presiding officer, general election. I know that most results that come from polling stations are not what is actually released to the public. How the manipulation of those results happens in high places is beyond me, and a story for another day. We all witness the many irregularities in the 2023 general election that brought this present administration into power. Gross manipulations. I'm sure some of you remember those results that were clean like, primary school students. The numbers were changed. 1.3 million become 5 million all of a sudden. So he's explaining that even all this irregularity that happened in 2023 general election that brought this present administration into power, gross manipulations of election results across several polling stations were the order of the day. Yet, that did not stop President Tinubu from winning the presidency, even though he was an outsider. How anyone thinks that they can unseat him as an incumbent remains to be seen. So, Biyashema Ayo Tinubu, the position here is something he says we wait to see. Only time will tell whether the election will make or break Nigeria this time around, as I do not see President Tinubu bowing out after 4 years without a fight. Equally, I do not see the Fulani not enduring another 4 years of Tinubu presidency, or Tinubu is strong on Northern Kabas. The Fulanis are so power drunk that they may decide to go to war to break up Nigeria if they do not get hold of the presidency in 2027. Their coalition party is not holding up presently and doesn't look like a formidable force that can stop President Tinubu from doing another 4 years. This then brings us to our Yoruba nation struggle in the run-up to 2027 general election. Many Yoruba people who were staunch critics of Buhari and the Fulani militia's mercilessly killings of Yoruba people between 2015 and 2023 are now suddenly mute because a Yoruba man is the president of Nigeria today. Should President Tinubu finish his presidency in 2031, if he wins a second term, what will be the fate of Yoruba people, assuming another Fulani man become the president of Nigeria in 2031? Question mark. That is the question that many of us are asking. What happened after 2031 if President Tinubu comes back, wins the election? Is he going to break Nigeria back to where the Fulani Kaba does not have enough power to hold on to it? Will he do a regional government? Will he give us a Yoruba nation? All these are questions that have not yet been answered. And we can continue to speculate. Again, should President Tinubu finish his presidency in 2031, if he wins the second term, what will be the fate of the Yoruba people, assuming another Fulani man becomes the president of Nigeria in 2031? Every right-thinking Yoruba person must know that with the current chaos in Nigeria, the country may not even exist beyond 2027. The binding glue holding the country together is now so worn out that every facet of the country is bleeding. The terrorists troubling the peace and the tranquility of the country are now so emboldening that it will take a miracle to get rid of them. The president is not even shying away from the fact that he is not capable of solving the insecurity and challenges bedeviling the country. Rightly so. If his predecessor, who was once an army general, cannot tackle insecurity, how much more President Tinubu, who has not experienced in any military training, talk less of combat? My fellow Yoruba citizens, we must realize that the time to get out of Nigeria is now, and this is not a time to pander with the political machines going on. We have no business in Nigeria, and there is neither hope nor future in the country that will uplift millions of our people now trapped in abject poverty. Like I said yesterday, I hope we're not in the dark zone already. With the abundant human and mineral resources God has blessed us with, I see no reason why we should continue humiliated ourselves with Nigerian politics that has nothing to offer us or our future generation. The single-handed 1914 Amalgamation Treaty draft is a 419 with no signatory in an equal ink pen. Who were the 1914 signatory? And that is about it this morning. Thank you so much. I hope we've been able to help you to start your week. Emma Foya, Emma Beru, Ejeka di Okwa Nobi mu, Kadopo Jesu mu, Awati Adegba fun nkan táwọn baba ńlá wa ń lò ká dì mú dáadáa. Ọba tó ní wá kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Èmi àbúrò yín náà ni olólùfẹ́ yín, ẹ̀gbọ́n yín, àbúrò yín tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koikimedia. Láti iléeṣẹ́ wa náà ni a ti ń gbé ohùn jáde láti bí wákàtí kan àti àbọ̀, because we have used about 88 minutes so far. We're still under 2 hours. Thank you so much on TikTok. Thank you on Instagram. Thank you on YouTube. Thank you on Facebook. And thank you to those of you. Have a beautiful day. Ọlọ́run ní fi oúnjẹ wa sọ́wọ́ àwọn ọ̀tá wa. Gbogbo tó lókàlùkù wa ń wá Ọlọ́run ṣe fún wa ní rọrùn. Àní ṣì jẹ, àní ṣì mu, àní rìn lọ́jọ́ ibi ń pọ̀nà. Gbogbo àwọn tó ti kú tí a mọ̀ Ọlọ́run bá wa foríjì wọn. Àwọn tó kú náà tán ní 8 children ní Louisiana, àmọ́ wọ́n rí o, but ọmọ ẹ̀dá ènìyàn kan ni wọ́n, Ọlọ́run bá wa foríjì wọn. Àwọn tó ń kú nílẹ̀ Yorùbá náà, Ọlọ́run bá wa foríjì wọn. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa ká jí kí our awoken sí problem kan face. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin silent listeners mi, ẹ má gbàgbé ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kí a lè máa rí iṣẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú. Ìtọ́lọ́run bá fún yín, ẹ fi ràn wá náà lọ́wọ́ ká lè máa tẹ̀síwájú. Mo kí àwa Bọ́lá wọn ni good morning my brother. Mo kẹ́yìn ti Europe, America, Asia, Africa, Brazil, gbogbo ibi tó lókàlùkù wa bá wà, kọ́lọ́n kó wà pẹ̀lú wa nínú ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun yìí. A tún máa pàdé nígbà tó náà bá ní kí a tún láǹfààní àti jáde. It's just to start the week, just the summary ta sọ. Kàlẹ́ndà tá à ń lò òun náà ń pè ní Gregorian calendar. Àwọn Ethiopian believe in it. Ethiopia is 8 years behind. Àwọn wà ní 2018. Kàlẹ́ndà táwọn ń lò òun ni wọ́n ń pè ní kàlẹ́ndà títọ̀dọ̀ tiwọn tí àwọn ọgbà fún ti Gregorian calendar. A sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Igbo-Ora, a sọ̀rọ̀ nípa 1914 amalgamation, a dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìlú òyìnbó. Kọ́lọ́run máa dà wá láàmú kó fi wá lọ́kàn balẹ̀ bí a ṣe fẹ́. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Bye for now.